Hello everybody, how are you doing? I'm doing great. This is Herc, your gaming archaeologist, and I am on a public server. I have never been before on a public server. This is very interesting. It's a social experiment. What are you saying? What do you mean? Really? Should I? Okay, because I'm in public. Okay, I'm putting something on. Okay, there. Now, oh, much better. Thank you. Okay, so public server. Why? Well, this is a server provided by the Kieler Wirtschaftsförderung. This is a very long and complicated German word. It means something like promotion of economic development. Don't ask me what that means. And the server is also supported by some professional YouTubers and Minecrafters, as is Doc M77 and Skate701. I hope I said that right. Sorry if I didn't. Yeah, here you see there's a chat. There are other people on the server. And you can build whatever you want. Everybody can hop on and be creative. So I thought, well, that's a cool project. Why not taking part myself? And so I did. And I didn't build these cool buildings that you see behind me. There are so many crazy things and huge castles and whatever. I did not build anything of these cool things. I build something ancient, as I always do. Yeah, it's not impressive, but it's old. Joke aside, I'm sorry. Let me change my camera angle. Yeah, this is, or the rule of the server is that you can claim a property by maximum 64 by 64 blocks, and this is what I did. I was lucky because I hopped on only a week ago. So the server is online, I guess, since 10th of August. It was first only available for the people of Kiel, but I don't know how long, so around the 10th of August it was online. I'm here only since a week, and I was lucky to get a full 64 by 64 property, but I got it, so thanks to all of my neighbors that I can build here, and thanks to all of the thanks to all of the people that are here online for leaving that space. This is great, I appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for all the people who made this possible, that are involved in providing all the stuff that you need for such a server. That's cool. So what did I build? I was thinking, what can I build on such a small property? For me, that's small. If you know my Parthenon build, that is huge. So I didn't want to build another temple, because if you build them in such a small scale, they just look boring. And as I am an expert on Hellenistic and Roman houses, I thought, why not building a house? The most beautiful houses that we know of in the ancient world, or the best preserved, maybe not the most beautiful, but the best preserved we know of, are in Pompeii, in Italy, because they got preserved by the eruption of the Vesuvius in 79 AD, and there are some amazing houses there. I mean, the whole city of Pompeii and Herculaneum were preserved, but there are some houses on the outskirts that would fit very well as a model, and I chose the Villa dei Misteri, or the Villa of the Mysteries, as you would call it in English. So here I put the sign from Kiel to Pompeii, and this is what it is, the Villa dei Misteri. Now you saw already another entrance here. I put there on the side entrances the Cave Canem sign. Cave Canem is Latin, and it means beware of the dog. There are no dogs here because you cannot spawn mobs. It's a completely creative server. You cannot use things like redstone or mobs or something. I guess it's also because to prevent lag, and I guess it's a good thing. So you can only build, which is cool. So Cave Canem. Cave Canem is also a Pompeian theme, because there is, in front of one of the houses, there is a mosaic and in the mosaic it's written with the mosaic stones Cave Canem, and then there's a dog picture. It's in a black and white mosaic. It's pretty cool and pretty cute. You can Google it in the internet and look at it. Very nice, very nice. So beware of the dogs. So just that people know that these entrances are not the main entrance, but this one. I mean, nobody will know because maybe a lot of people won't understand it, but that doesn't matter. It's the detail that counts, right? And I'm telling it now to you, so you will know. So let's go in here. That's the entrance. There are some nice little stools to sit on and wait when you cannot proceed. If the head of the family cannot receive you immediately, then you can wait here. Yeah, this is in Roman times there were the client system, so the rich families, and we do have the house of a rich family here because it's huge and beautifully decorated. So the rich families had their clients, and they would come and visit the pater patria, so the head of the family. And sometimes they couldn't be received immediately, so you could wait here. And there's also something that real people that visit my build here can take. It's a tourist guide. So if you come here, you can read that, or you can just watch this video. So I won't read it. You can stop the video if you want to. But yeah, there's a little tourist guide so that people know what I built here, because you cannot see it on first sight and most people won't know it. Because, I mean, this is also, I guess, an international server, as for example, Dockham has international viewers because he's doing his channel in English. So there are some people talking English on the server, but most of them are German because it's based in Germany. Oh, I don't know where the server is based. You don't get informations on the server on here, but it says Iskal, so I guess Iskal provides the server, and it might not be based in Germany. I don't know. You can maybe look for informations on the homepage of the server, which is Kiel Spiel, but I will link all the informations in the description of the video, so you can look there. Okay, so from the entrance we come into the peristyle. In this special case of this Roman house, the peristyle is the center of the house. So a peristyle is an open courtyard, as you can see here, there, surrounded by colonnades. And that's also what the Latin word peristylum, which comes also from the Greek word, means. It means surrounded by columns. That's the translation, a direct translation or literal translation of the word. And that's what you have here. So open courtyard surrounded by columns who form colonnades. Here I put some nice cassette ceiling in here with hidden lights. Yeah, lighting things up in Minecraft is so difficult because it normally looks weird and not nice. But I guess like that it's okay. And by the way, the server is set on noon, I guess. Let's have a look. Where's the sun? Yeah, it's noon, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, and this is a peristyle courtyard with a little path and greenery and bushes and everything. In this special case, the courtyard is sunken. Normally a peristyle is on the same level, or the courtyard of a peristyle is on the same level as the colonnades. So yeah, here it's sunken. And by the way, these things, they should imitate herms. So like pillar shafts with a head on top. It's a special type of statues that you find often in Roman houses as decoration. So we have some here, and these things are to prevent you from falling down in the sunken courtyard. Okay, so normally in Roman houses, what is this? This bugs me. Why is this? Oh, I know why. Haha, there it's gone. I have to prevent this thing from growing all over. The maintenance in this house is not the best. Okay. We have never seen that. So normally in Roman houses or in rich Roman houses that serve also representative reasons, as we heard that for example, the head of the family receives his clients. Normally you have an access of sight, so you can look from the entrance through all the representative rooms of the house into the main representative room of the house, which you will see in a second. So, and this is given here too, so you can see from the entrance through the peristyle into the next representative room, which is the atrium. So here you have the atrium. An atrium is normally the center of a Roman house. In this special case, it's a peristyle. Hellenistic houses are normally grouped around a huge peristyle, but Roman houses normally grouped around the main atrium. In this case, the atrium is the second room in this series of representative rooms. In this special case, we have a atrium tuscanicum, because there are no pillars or columns that support the roof. The roof is supported by beams. I tried to make a nice pattern here and I didn't put huge beams there because it looked ridiculous in Minecraft, so you cannot see the beams. The beams would be these and these, so like a cross shape here and here. And again, I hid my lights in some cassettes, but the roof from the outside looks like that. It's shaped like that, and the rainwater, I'm very glad that there's never rain on this server, but the rainwater would come down here and fall in this little pool in the middle, and this is called the Impluvium. Here you can collect your rainwater and use it for whatever. So yeah, this is the atrium that's also used as a distribution room, as well as the peristyle for the adjacent rooms. And the next room in our axis of sight is the most important one. It's called the Tablinum. The Tablinum is where the head of the family would receive his visitors or his clients, and you would call it today his office. It's very beautiful and colorful, and it's painted. Oh yeah, what I didn't say, oh, the wall decorations here, it's so colorful because I tried to imitate the Pompeian wall painting style. As the houses are very well preserved, also the decoration on the walls is very well preserved, and we know that the Romans loved it colorful. So that's what I tried to imitate here. This would be the second Pompeian style. You don't have to memorize that. It's absolutely not important, but we call it also the architectural style. So there are several styles. We will see another style in another room. But in the original, it would be like a colorful central pieces. And on these, you would have paintings, either landscapes or some architecture, and that's why it's called the architectural style. And there would be columns or pillars to surround these central pieces, and some would be bigger and smaller. But as you cannot paint in Minecraft, I just have here unicolor plates. Yeah, and that's how it looks like. But very colorful, very nice, and this indicates also how rich the house would be. And up there is there are some pillars in a frieze up there. Yeah, I tried to mimic that with these nice and colorful blocks. The same you have here, second style, and in the upper part some pillars. And then in the main tablinum here, in the office of the head of the family, it's the most beautiful painted part of the house. So here I chose, the colors I tried to choose properly. So the richest rooms of the house and the Villa dei Mystery have like a dark lower part, and then a lot of red and black and green. Yeah, so I tried to mimic it. But if you like to see the wall paintings of the original house, just Google it, Villa dei Mystery, or Villa of the Mysteries, or Mysterian Villa in German, and Google the pictures, and you will see how beautiful it was in the original. Here we have also nice mosaic. Most of the mosaics in the Pompeian houses were black and white. I could put these diorite everywhere, but you couldn't recognize it as a mosaic, so I used these glazed clay, is that what it's called? I guess, to try and show that there was a rich and beautiful mosaic in this main room. Yeah, these things here are the ancestors of the family, because in the Tablinum they would have heads made of wax of the ancestors. The only ancestor in Minecraft is Steve, right? So we have here 4 times Steve, which is our Minecraft ancestor. Of all of us, we are one big family. And in the evening, when there are no clients, you can close the shutters, and then the access of sight would be gone, at least into the Tablinum. But now we do have guests. You are my guest. So we'll leave it open. From here, the side, the access of sight continues into an exedra, and we are already outdoors. It's a beautiful, huge part of the house that you can go out and have a reception with your guests or whatever. Maybe if there is a feast, you can come out and enjoy the sunny weather, but it's roofed, so you don't have the sun in your face. And then you can also look in the beautiful gardens. So everything's made for the guests here in this house. That's very important. Okay, let's go back into the atrium, which is also like a room that distributes, or distributional rooms where you can go into the other parts of the house. So let's stay in the representative part. I'm sorry, I forgot the main room. That's very important. You can either enter it from here or directly from the atrium, and you can follow the red carpet and go into the triclinium. This is the room where you have your evening feasts with your real guests. So here you meet and you drink, or the men of the family and the male guests come here and drink. Sometimes on paintings or in ancient paintings you see that there are women in the triclinia. So by the way, they drink by lying down. You don't sit in Roman times. So you have these little staircase to get down. You lie down here. There's a space for someone, there's a space for someone, there's a space for someone. So you lie in a circle around the tables, and you lie and drink and discuss philosophical questions and questions of life, and you have fun and drink and maybe play games. I don't know. But the women you see sometimes in the paintings are, they are paid. These are not the women of the house. So, it's not proper for the women of the house to come here. So, that's what you have here, and there are also some herms here, and that's it. One statue, and again a beautiful mosaic on the ground, and here you have the most beautiful wall paintings in the whole house. So the original paintings in this room is a frieze of huge figures all around the room, and it shows some Dionysic theme. So Dionysus is the god of wine and drinking, so it fits quite well to this party room. Maybe you would call it a party room today. So it shows how you get introduced into the mysteries of Dionysus. That's one theory at least, and that's where the house has its name from. Villa dei Mystery, so the Villa of the Mysteries. It's because of this frieze in the house. And again, if you want to see it, there are a lot of beautiful pictures in the internet. Just Google it and you will find it immediately. So that's what you have here. Yeah, there are other theories about what the frieze depicts, but that's one of it, and that's what the house is named after, so that's what we call it too. And from here you can also go into the gardens. They're very beautiful gardens. We best look at it from above. Yeah, everything is symmetrical. The Romans and the Greeks loved their symmetry, and I do it too. I like symmetric things. Yeah, look at that. That's the gardens. We kind of know how they looked because the ashes of the volcano preserved even the roots of the plants that were planted in the Pompeian gardens. So it's kind of possible to reconstruct what these huge and beautiful houses had in their gardens. So it looked kind of like that. Of course, I had to use the Minecraft plants, but there are bushes and these things. I guess the Villa dei Mystery didn't have water pools, but I put them here because they're nice. So sorry, these pools are my addition. But this is extra. There is an opening directly from the triclinium into the gardens, and yeah, that's it. But there's not this fence. I put that here so that the house doesn't look too squarish. If I would have put walls here, it would have looked a bit too enclosed, and I had to light the whole thing up. I like to build kind of realistic, so I know we have here permanent day, but still I try to put in lightning, and that's what I tried here with the sea lanterns. Yeah, it looks a bit Japanese, so this is not really a Roman design, but from the inside, we don't look at it from the outside, so this is not my world anymore. From the inside it looks kind of nice with these bushes. So there's just a huge wall of bushes here around my house to keep my privacy. You need privacy on a public server, right? There's a little table. So the other parts of the house are preserved for the family, so they are private rooms. You can... Oh no, they're not all. I'm bad. So this is like a connective room, so you can go through here and still beautiful because the guests run around here. You can go through here. In this direction would be the atrium again, so that's the other way to reach these rooms here. But you can go through and then you are in another colonnade. And from here you reach the second atrium. And here we have the atrium as you would know it, I guess. So it's one with pillars, tetra style atrium on 4 pillars. There are some that have even more, then it would be a Corinthian atrium. Yeah, there are lots of atriums, lots of names. Yeah, it's not important, I just want to mention it in case you are interested. And again, we have the Impluvium where you collect the rainwater. And here, in this atrium, I tried to imitate the first Pompeian wall painting style, which you can see here. The first style, which is also the oldest style, so this would be the second oldest style here, and this would be the oldest painting style we know of, although there is a lot of discussion about it, where it origins and so on and so on. It doesn't matter for here, but it imitates colorful marble revetments. So there are houses where there is actual marble revetment on the wall and it looks beautiful, but in other cases, because it's very expensive, people painted their houses to imitate marble revetment at the walls, and that is what you have here. So this would be marble slabs of colorful marble and other colorful stones, and it looks beautiful. Here with the Minecraft colors, it just looks colorful, but well, it is like it is. It's Romans, they love their colors. So maybe you don't like it, but that doesn't matter because it was like that. And also, I mean, if you think that also the statues were painted and everything was very, very colorful, it's a bit like Disney World. You have to get used to it. But in the end, I kind of like it. Because normally what we see today is all these white marble statues and white marble walls and white marble temples and white marble everything. It looks very noble and we are used to look at it, but they were all painted. They were all colorful. And it's kind of funny, kind of cool. I like colors. So yeah, that's what we have here. Painted walls. And from here, this is still for the guests also to walk through. Here, the head of the family could invite his clients or his guests or his most important guests to the private bath. So we have a bath here. You would come in here and then go here. Here you can change into your nakedness. And there's also a window. There was glass in Roman times, and even window glass, at least in the 2nd century AD. And but they were not as bright as the glass we know today. They were like greenish or bluish, and that's why I used here a green glass. Normally you find them in rooms that had something to do with bathing. So I put here a window, even if it's not really the proper space for it. Also, this bath is in the shape not like in the Villa dei Mystery. It's in the proper space, but not in the proper shape. I couldn't imitate that in Minecraft because there's a round pool and another small one, and it just wouldn't fit in this limited space. But here you have a bathing possibility. Here you can sit. Or sit in the water or on the marble thing here and talk to your guests and having a good time, right? Yeah, very nice. Now I'm all wet and I have my shoes on. Okay. And then you can go back and change back. Here are some towels and take a towel and just be comfortable. And then you go out again. Then there are the parts of the house that are not for the guests, and all these are all connected with this little hallways here. So you have them around the house. You can, for example, also go here into the Peristyle, or if you are a servant, not here. You can take this path behind the main reception room and serve the masters of the house. It was like that in Roman times, I'm sorry. And here you come directly into the kitchen, but you can also come through here. There are a lot of direct ways. That's the kitchen part of the house. It's kind of open here. There you have the hearth and some things to heat it. That's empty. And food. And that's funny. The door opens when I open the chest. There's a block update to the door. Very funny. I didn't know that. Yeah, and the table, a crafting table, cooking station here. And it's kind of open so that the smoke from the hearth can directly evaporate here. And it's not getting stuck inside the house. And here it's open. Everything here is quite open. You have all these little windows. Just so that no one gets the cuffs from the smoke. And people won't even recognize that there is a cooking station. Yeah, that's a bit funny because you see on the back parts of the representative buildings, you of course see the wall paintings. I would have to prevent that. I would have to make all the walls a double layer thick. I did that in some parts, but not if it's like the service parts. I didn't care about it because then I would have even less space. And the space is so limited. I even had to cut the house here. The original villa is much bigger in this part, and the household rooms for cooking and so on are much bigger, as is the bath. For me, I have the bath here and the kitchen in a very, very limited space. So yeah, I had to make a lot of compromises because I didn't have the space. So there is another little garden that you can reach from the kitchens. Here's some crops that the guy who's cooking can take and cook with it. Very convenient, isn't it? There's another herm, but it's a bit old. Maybe this is an older part of the house that's not that often used and not used by the guests. So it's not that well attended to. So this herm is overgrown, and yeah, but they're nice flowers for our service people. They should have a nice part too. So let's go back into the atrium here. Here's another side entrance that you shouldn't use because it's, well, Kavikano. The dogs will hunt you if you do. And then we have from here, from this little colonnade, we have another room. This is a semi-representative room, I would call it. It's a cubiculum. Cubicula are like private rooms, but you could also have private meetings, and they have these niches with beds, cleani in it. Cleani is this things where you can lay on and eat and drink or sleep. But all rooms in a Roman house are kind of, yeah, for multi-purposes. So there's not the room for sleeping and the room for dining and the kitchen. If the weather is nice, you can also cook in the Peristyle or wherever. And the women of the house could also, if they do their weaving, they could do it either in the atrium or in the Peristyle. It depends. You are where you can be, and you use the rooms as they are there for whatever. So yeah. And in the Italian region, I mean, the weather is mostly nice, so you would go here and do your business here, or whatever. Only the triclinium, I guess, is limited for men and drinking and having fun. Not that the women don't have fun, maybe they have their own party. I would have. I mean, I'm glad that nowadays we don't separate anymore in between the sex. So that's much more convenient, in my opinion. So here you have the other part of the house, which is more private and for the women, and it's nice, but it's not for the guests. So here you have more of these cubiculas, more rooms where you can sleep, eat, drink, do whatever you want. There are a lot for all the members of the household. And they have their own little space here, their own little colonnade here, and it's also very nicely painted. So it is a nice part of the house, but not the most representative part of the house. But you have also your garden. And from here, you go then to the part of the house where production takes place. Yeah, you heard right. There was a production. So what we call today a villa, we call some houses that are very lavishly decorated and beautiful villas. But in ancient time, a villa was a production unit in the countryside. So it were more like a farmstead. So you would produce something, but then there were, so we would call them the Villa Rustica, but then there were also these lavishly decorated houses that are more what we would today call a villa, like this one. But this is both. The Villa dei Misteri has its beautiful and lavishly decorated parts for having and receiving guests and everything, but then you have also these production units. And that's what I tried to show here. You have here a storeroom, and yeah, now you see that there are a lot of German people on the server. Sorry, I cannot help you. I am busy with recording. I'm sorry. So here you have a storeroom for what you produce here. So I tried to build a torcularium here. A torcularium is a wine press. And the Villa dei Mystery had a wine press. It's excavated and it's proven. So I tried to imitate that here. You have this huge platform here and two presses. This, I used here an anvil, but this would be something that's pressable. You would have your grapes, and this is a stopper, so that if you push down here, this would keep it from just falling down. And then the beam is fixed in this wall. So you are here and you press down this, and your grapes would be pressed into the fluid, the beautiful grape juice. And this would flow. Of course, you cannot make like rinsing things here, like little canals or something, channels. It's not possible here. But it would flow into this little channel, and then you could collect it here. And I tried to show that this is grape juice by putting red glass on top of the liquid. Well, it's not quite right, but I didn't know how else I would do that. So yeah, this is a wine press, and we have in the Villa dei Mystery a double wine press. Normally you have one of these beams and one press, but here you have two. So there's quite a production going on. So there must be some nice graveyards on the slopes of Mount Vesuvius that belong to that villa. Or they just bought their graves. I have no idea. We don't have record of that. Or I think we don't have record of that. I don't know of it. So you collect your wine here, or you choose here, then you can fill it into bottles, you have them here, and then you make wine of it, and then you store it in here. Or you store everything in here, like his wool for the women to make their weaving things, and yeah, a lot of space. There's some wine, and yeah, there's this also storage for all the goodies that you can cook with, and so on and so on. Of course, in a proper Roman house, you wouldn't have like boxes. You would have at the moment I'm getting very distracted by that chat. I hope you know, and I'm sorry, I'm getting so easily distracted. So okay, now it's gone. You would have like huge denoi. These are clay vessels, huge clay vessels that are in the soil, in the earth, to keep it cool, and you would store it in these vessels. Yeah, so in the soil. But that's not possible in Minecraft, so I put a storeroom like that. That's how you build storerooms in Minecraft, right? Kind of. Well, how I built them. I'm sorry, you can do that much better. So yeah, and so here you have these nice open space for the wine presses, but I wanted to roof it, and I didn't want to roof it with bricks or stone, so I used this wooden ceiling here with the fences around it. So it's still, because this is my outer walls also, so it's still enclosed, but it doesn't look so terribly squarish. I mean, squarish, but not so boring and grey and everything. Yeah, by the way, I did have some trouble with the roofing because I couldn't keep the proportions as they would be. Let's have a look at the ground plan here. I couldn't keep the proportions. As I said before, the villa is much bigger on the sides. But I couldn't do that because I have this limited space of 64 blocks in width. So I had to squeeze in the rooms I wanted to have and leave others out. And yeah, so I lost a lot of living space in the villa, but the general space is okay, I would think. And the roofing, of course, there is no flat roof on the Villa dei Mystery, but I couldn't keep up with these sloping roofs. It's just not possible with this layout. To copy it in more detail, you would have to build it much, much bigger. I don't want to say it's not possible. Since I built the Parthenon with these, in this detail, I think everything is possible, but you need to figure out the proportions before you do so, and normally you would build in a scale like double the size as in reality. Or that's what I figured out, at least with the Parthenon. And that is because you cannot mimic so many details. In Minecraft, you have to do details that are much bigger than in reality, and so you have to build your models much bigger. Does that make any sense, what I just said? I don't know. I'm sorry if it doesn't. Yeah, but this is, for example, a compromise that I wanted to have the sloping roof here, but then it overlapped with my courtyard here, or with my wine press, and it was bigger as this, and I didn't just want to have a wall here as I did on the other side. So yeah, I kind of used this to cover that part of the courtyard, but then I had to support it, otherwise it would fly in midair, so I did this. I don't know if you like it. Yeah, please give me suggestions or your feedback. I would be very, very happy if I had your feedback. Please tell me if you like it, or if you would do something different, or if you think this doesn't look like a Roman house at all, or whatever. Just leave me your opinion. I would be very, very happy about that. Yeah, that's it basically. Yeah, here we have a nice view, a nice overall view. I kind of like the gardens. But yeah, I'm not yet completely finished, so I have to polish up some regions. But I also like to have in my builds that I try to keep unrealistic, and I try to be as close on the model as possible, which is here my Roman house. I love to have some hidden part that is where I can kind of be all creative and do funny things and do what Minecraft is meant to be. So yeah, let's do this together. I did this. There is in the courtyard of the villa, there is in this very space, oh, well, maybe, oh, I'm sorry, it's like that. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm so bad in Minecraft. How do this, do what I want. Now. How do I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry about that. How? Here. I built the whole house and never had problem with the stairs, and now I'm nervous when I'm talking with you. So I did it wrong. Yeah, there is indeed in the courtyard of the Villa dei Misteri, there is an entrance, like so. And there is a door, like so. And I guess some say it's a crypt, some say it's a cellars. I don't know, I haven't been down there in person, so I don't know it's down there, but you can see it on pictures and it's there. So I decided to use it as my creative hideout. So, oh, that's fast. Oh, I cannot get through. We do it like that. Oh, I have a button. Like that. Oh no, you... well, I fix that later. You have not seen that. So, yeah. In my house here, there is a huge pit at the moment. It's work in progress, but there will be something. I show you this, and you either have to come by and check it out by yourself, but at the moment I'm working on it, and I'm not at all finished. It just has to do something with the underworld, the Hades. So, yeah, that's down there, and it's there. That's very cool. I like it. So yeah, down there is my creative playground, and up here is I hope, a proper model, a proper reconstruction of the Villa of the Mysteries from Pompeii. Yeah, and that's it from me. Maybe when I finished the downstairs, the cellars, maybe I will give another tour. But that's it so far. that's what I want to show you, and I hope you like it. Please give me your feedback if you want to, and check out the server. It's cool. I mean, there's so many impressive builds on here. Mine is not impressive. Mine is just a little thing. But look at that. My neighbors are building crazy stuff. So yeah, hop on and look at it if you want to. I guess for the moment there are not many actual building spaces left, but I'm not sure. I didn't check it. I mean, here it looks kind of empty, but they seem to be claimed. At least, yeah, well, this didn't change since I'm online here, and but it's still claimed, and this part is also claimed. So I don't know. Yeah. Well, but yeah, if you want, check it out. I give you my coordinates if you want to check out my house. What I plan on doing also is having books in each room with a explanation what it is. So that's my duty as an archaeologist, to give informations, I guess, if I'm doing things like that. So if you want to, or whoever wants to, can read it. If not, don't. Can also just watch this video where I explain kind of roughly what I built here. So yeah, but that's the plan anyways. So thanks again for watching, and oh well, I didn't say for watching yet, so thanks for watching. Here are the coordinates where I am, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.